Hey, everybody. Live with Les, show number 232. That's a lot of shows right there. But if the Lord tarries is coming, we're going to add a whole bunch more shows coming your way, too. And we've got a special one tonight, and I'm going to keep you in suspense a little bit, but it is going to be a humdinger. Some great music, some great stories. We've got a little trivia question thing that we're going to do, and no telling what will happen. We may even have somebody call in. It's going to be good. But you haven't seen me for a few days. Matter of fact, the last Live with Les show I canceled, just simply too much going on in our my world then. And to that end, we want to say that we got back last night, I should say, from Angel Borden's funeral there in Georgia. And I've had a few people that I've had to talk to today that asked me about it. And it's really, I'm about speechless about it because I'll be 60 in just a few weeks, and born into a preacher's family. So all I've ever known is preaching and singing in church, and people getting married and burying people in hospitals, all of it. That's all I've ever known all my life. And I have to say that at the Tuesday night visitation and the funeral yesterday, I've never seen such a tangible presence of grace on an individual or on a family as I saw on Adam and Abby and Adeline Borden. Wow. It's hard to explain. It was just, I've never experienced anything like it. And man, I told my wife as we were driving home, I said, if there was anybody there, or anyone even watching it on the Facebook broadcast that they put it on, that didn't know the Lord and saw what they saw and heard what they heard, how they could have left there not wanting to know Jesus. I don't understand how that could happen. It was powerful, and God just showed up in a very, very special way. And if you didn't get a chance to see the funeral, watch it. It's on Wahoo Baptist Church, their Facebook page, which is where the Bordens are members. And wow, it was really something else. Everything about it. Mark Stroud, Brother Stroud, his preaching, it was unreal. The music, the congregational singing, we just sang out of the Redback and just went to church. We worshiped. And Mark Wheeler of the Marksmen, my friend Mark, one of the greatest writers and singers. Oh my. He wrote a song the day after Angel went home to be with the Lord. The Lord gave him a song, and it is special. And that is also on that same Facebook broadcast. So if you didn't get to see Angel's funeral, you need to go and watch that. It will bless you. I promise you that. And finally, I will end this part, and then we'll go on with the program tonight. Please keep Adam and Abby and Addie Borden in your prayers. They're going to need the Lord in a strong way in these upcoming days. And we love them and appreciate them. And we want you to pray for them, okay? I would appreciate that. All right. We will continue on. And we've got a lot of things going on. We've got coming up in February, all of our programs are going to be on Tuesday night. Here in the last few months, they've been on Monday night, but I'm changing it up a little bit. So we're going to be on Tuesday nights. So mark your calendars. February, it will be on Tuesday night, 7 Central and 8 Eastern. And of course, the one we're doing tonight wasn't even on the program. I'm just doing it because I've got a special guest that's in town, and I want to bring him on. We're going to do that here in just a few minutes and have a wonderful time. So this is a special broadcast, but in February, it's every Tuesday night. Okay. And I don't have any themes like I've been having. I'm just going to just see what needs to happen on that night. Let the Lord lead that direction. And I'm thinking this upcoming Tuesday night, I may do a remembering program, a remembrance of many folks that have gone home to be with the Lord, that's provided us music and blessings for so many years and decades. Many of them went home to be with the Lord in the last few months. And I may do a special program and give you information about some of those folks that have gone on home and play some of their music. And we'll have a good time on Tuesday night. So that may be where we're headed there. And maybe the next Tuesday night, I might do the Kyla Rowland #2 show. We did #1 already, the night actually, just prior to her going home to be with the Lord. And I've got a bunch of interview clips yet that you haven't heard of Kyla and I talking and interviewing her throughout the past 40 years. And I've got a bunch of that you haven't heard yet, a bunch of music you haven't heard. And I'm thinking that might be the second Tuesday in February. Then we'll see where we will go from there. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Tomorrow night, matter of fact, almost 24 hours to this moment at 7 Central tomorrow night, we're going to have our very first Real Southern Gospel Radio Friday Night Live. Now, that's not going to be on Facebook or YouTube. It's not going to be my Live with Les show, but it's on the Real Southern Gospel Radio Network. And if you don't have the app, you better download it. I'm telling you, it's really great. The responses we're getting and the number of downloads, it's amazing. And we want you to download it, okay? So go to the Apple Store or to your Android store, Google Play, and just type in Real Southern Gospel, and you will see a little logo that looks like that. When you see that, click on that, download it, and tomorrow night, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, for an hour, it's going to be the very first Friday night Real Southern Gospel Radio Friday Night Live Sing. And we've got the Happy Goodmans and the Kingsmen that's going to be doing a concert tomorrow night from 7 to 8 o'clock. Man, it is going to be powerful. Have your shouting shoes on, and we're going to go to church and have a big time, but that is going to be on Real Southern Gospel Radio. And every last Friday night of the month, we will have a live concert with 2 artists performing for you, okay? So that's the last Friday night, and tomorrow night will be the very first one, Happy Goodmans and the Kingsmen. So mark that down. And what else do we have here? We've got in February, every Sunday morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time, we've got the hymn sing. So as you're preparing for church, you're getting your shower and you're brushing your teeth and you're making your breakfast and getting the kids ready, and then you're in the car and you're driving to church. That whole time, we're going to be playing great old hymns that you know all of the words to, and you can sing along and just have a big time every Sunday morning as you prepare to go to church. And it'll get you ready for worship in church on Sunday morning. So that's going to start the first Sunday of February, and then it'll be every Sunday thereafter. So mark that down. Don't forget our very special DJ that's going to DJ with me on Real Southern Gospel Radio will start February 1st. We're talking about the one and only Chris Champion. Chris and I used to DJ on the Solid Gospel Radio Network together back in the 90s. Well, I'm bringing him into Real Southern Gospel Radio, and he's going to be on from 3 to midnight, Monday through Sunday, 3 in the afternoon to midnight. I'm on from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then overnights from midnight to 6 o'clock, it's going to be the best of Les and Chris. And so that's going to be the lineup on Real Southern Gospel Radio. So mark that down. And in March, I've got a special guest DJ that's going to take over the weekend. He is a gospel music Hall of Famer, a Southern Gospel Music Hall of Famer, and he's played for some of the top artist in the history of Southern gospel music. He has produced some of the biggest albums that's ever been in Southern gospel music. And he is taking over the weekend, one weekend in March, and he's going to tell stories, and he's going to talk about his favorite real Southern gospel artists of the past and real Southern gospel artists from today. So that's going to be happening on a weekend in March. So stay tuned for that. Go to the store when you can. Go to realsoutherngospel.com. And of course, help us out. Go get a mug right there. Real Southern Gospel. There's old Chubby Cheek Les on the other side. Look at me there. Look at that. That was pre-COVID, back when I was really fat. And now I'm just a little fat. But so go get that. We've got the T-shirts up there and other things that you can do. We'd appreciate it very much. And so one of the shows in February, we're going to go into some of the details of Real Southern Gospel Radio and tell you some stuff that you just need to know. And so we'll do that sometime in February. All right. You know what? I think we're ready to bring on the big dog that's going to be with us tonight. And we're going to tell stories. We're going to laugh. We may cry. We're going to play some great music. And I don't know what else is going to happen. But we're going to bring him on right now. Come on in. Scoot over. It's the one and only Steve Rabbit Easter. What about it?
Hey, Les.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
So you're here in Nashville because you're getting ready to drive. You're a bus driver now.
Right.
You drive coaches for Hemp Hill Brothers.
Right.
And you're going off on a 14-day tour.
Right.
Does Mama like it when you do that?
14
days?
Actually. I get out of her hair.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Rabbit hair. Never mind.
All night long, folks. It'll probably happen all night long. Well, I'm glad you got to come over.
Me too.
You texted me a few days ago and said, "Hey, I'm in town."
Yeah.
And so we've done. I had my wife make us some spaghetti.
Oh, that was great.
We've done 8.
Yeah. The good thing I don't have to sing.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's true. So we're just going to play around. Now, I got some old vinyl. I pulled some old vinyl out that you're on.
Okay.
And okay, so let's go. Let's go from the beginning. I'm assuming your first music stuff was Easter Brothers.
I played with Easter Brothers. I guess I started playing bass with them, bass guitar, when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
Played on my first record with them, 8 years old.
Wow.
Then Uncle Russell, at 10, Uncle Russell introduced me to the banjo. And then went from there. I played with Daddy and them till 1976. I went on the road with the Lefevres.
Okay. So Lefevres are number 2.
Mm-hmm.
You went from the Lefevres to the Goodmans.
Happy Goodmans.
Okay. And then from the Goodmans to?
Let's see. From the Goodmans, I married my wife in Alabama. So then I played a short stint with Wendy Bagwell and the Sunlighters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, about 6 or 7 months with them.
With Charlie Beatonbow?
No, it's after Charlie left.
Okay.
Yeah, it was me and what was the young kid's name? He's in Middle Georgia there. Steve Thomason was there.
Okay.
And then Rick, I can't remember Rick's last name. Daggone, he'll kill me. But he played like the bass and kick drum. It was pretty cool. Yeah. But his name was Ricky. Okay. And but I thought I told my wife, I said, I'm gonna make a lot of money here. We're making $100 a show. and Wendy worked 4 days a month. Yeah.
It's like,
it was great.
Is that when you learned how to drive a bus?
Yeah.
So you can make a living?
Yeah, that's it. No, actually with the Goodmans, when Ron Bear Jones left to go with Hemp Hills, he was their first bus driver. And I was with the Goodmans. That's when the musicians started driving the buses for the Goodmans. I got you. Instead of hiring a driver at the time. And, so that's when I started. Okay. Yeah. But
so now Wendy Bagwell. So after Wendy, what'd you do?
Let's see. After Wendy, 86, 1988, I went with the Nealons.
Okay.
Went with Todd and Rex and everybody. And then, of course, the same year, 88, when Jeff and Sherry and I started. Yeah. Yeah. And went from Jeff and Sherry. Then after Jeff and Sherry, I guess around 2000. Well, it was before that. I had my own band after 98. 1998, I had a couple of bands. Yeah. Then I went with
Rabbit Easter Band.
Yep. Worked for the Crab Family for 2000 and worked for them for a while. Yeah. And then
fix me up on the Crab Family thing. Mm-hmm. So you were with them from about when to when?
2000. It was only like a year and a half, maybe.
Okay. Now, part of that year and a half, I was with y'all. Mm-hmm. If you remember, we toured together.
We'd do some shows.
That was 2000 and 2001,
somewhere in that ballpark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember that the other day. Couldn't think of it to save my life.
Yeah, that was some fun time. I had a great time. They did. The music was back then, like Jeff and Sherry music, the real
Yeah,
country stuff.
country. Yeah.
So I could, a lot of steel guitar, which I eat that up real good.
And dobro and banjo.
Dobro and banjo.
You did the whole thing there.
Yeah. Well, a funny story. We was doing that Crabgrass record.
Yep.
And I wasn't even planning on playing on it, because they had David Johnson, which is a monster player over in Asheville. I mean,
Right.
one of the best musicians on the planet.
Right.
And they said, well, Rabbit, won't you come play some dobro? I said, with David playing? No. They said, no, so I actually got to play dobro on it with David played the other stuff, the banjo and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But that was a sweet record. And actually, that's the first time I've ever played on a number one song was I Sure Miss You.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the first song I ever played on. It went to number one.
Their live version of I Sure Miss You, that was recorded at either the NQC, I think it may have been recorded at one of the Crab Fests. And that's the one that you hear if you listen to XM radio and you hear I Sure Miss You.
Gotcha.
It's the live version. You're playing dobro and I'm playing mandolin.
Okay. Wow.
What about that?
We did
Come
it.
on with it.
Oh, there was some great time. I had a blast. And actually, what's kind of ironic, I guess you would say, after COVID and all this has passed and the Hemp Hills went back to work with driving, I had a couple of weekends I got to do with Kathy doing the Stronger things with the girls and Aaron and all of them went out. And I got to drive the bus for them for 2 weeks before I went out with Hemp Hills. And it was just reminiscent,
Yeah.
Just awesome.
Yeah.
Just great.
Well, I tell you, it was fun when we got to with the Crab family.
Yeah.
The band thing was fun because they really emphasized their band.
They did, and still do,
and still do.
Yeah, they still do.
And it was fun.
It was. Oh, it's. I mean, that's what we was talking about earlier. Like me and you got the Happy Goodman Family Band and stuff. I mean, these young players now, they'll never have a chance to do what we did.
So true.
I mean, I got to play steel guitar behind God Walks the Dark Hills.
My word.
What a beautiful day. A cool story that Johnny Minnick was telling when we did Final Stand video. Johnny said, Rabbit, you didn't get to play on the first What a Beautiful Day, but you get to play on the last one. And that just like, wow.
What about
what an
that?
honor.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't long after that they all passed,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've been very blessed.
Yeah, man.
God has blessed me, I don't know why, but he has.
I hope one day before too long, somehow you can come back and do some more stuff.
Oh,
we miss you, man.
Yeah. I'd love to, and I got, I mean, where do you play?
Yeah.
I mean, I can go. I've done a couple solo things in the pandemic before I come back to driving.
Yeah.
I booked a couple churches and went out and played, and did my solo thing. But it's not the same. It's picking with a bunch of musicians.
Yeah.
I miss that.
If we put together, I'm going to grab this for a minute. I'm going to talk to the folks. If we put together an all-star band and toured one weekend every 3 months, like 4 times a year, you could go hear this all-star band with a group. Would you pay extra on the ticket price to see a live all-star band with a group? Just tell me yes or no whenever you're typing in there. Let's see if we can't get it.
I got some money, a little bit.
Let's see if we can't get it stirred up a little bit and see what folks say about that.
That'd be great.
Okay, I got.
All right.
I've got this record right here. Now, is this the first really big record you ever played on, or not the first really big record you ever played on?
Well, I didn't play on the last Lefevre record made, but my picture's on it.
Okay.
The last Lefevre.
Which album was that?
Gosh, I don't remember. But we're all sitting around the piano with Eva Mae, and I have my little bowl cut hair.
Yeah.
And I didn't play on that record. I think Sonny Garish actually played steel on it. Maybe Come Morning, maybe on that record. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on it.
Okay.
But it's the last Lefevre record before they went to Rex Nealon singer.
Okay.
But yeah, that probably is because the banjo thing. And the cool thing about the banjo on this record, I don't know if anybody knows about Smokey and the Bandit. If they listen to the movie of Smokey and the Bandit, Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down. Load it up and truck in.
The banjo part is stacked. I don't know if you know what it means.
Yeah.
They played it twice.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't do that on this record, but I overdubbed a part on my banjo when it wasn't right. And the audience mics were still on, and it sounds like Smokey.
Stacked.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
If you play this, it's a cool
You'll
thing.
hear it.
Yeah. It's cool.
Well, let's play it. So, and on that one, you did Poor Rich Man, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm going to play Poor Rich Man, and this is going to have Rabbit on the banjo and the Happy Goodmans. All right. Let me get this dialed up here. Here we go.
But listen, I don't care what you do. You can be poor, you can be rich, whatever it is. But if you've got the Lord in your house, you're the richest people in the world. You can have a little love of Jesus living on the inside. And son, you can strut like a banty rooster. You're a millionaire. You might be poor with the natural goods of this life, but you're rich with a crown of righteousness and glory and a mansion that he's prepared for you and you and you. And Rusty's going to sing about it. Now, you might meet one or two people that think they're pretty hot stuff, but he's a poor, poor rich man when he has the love of God. Let's sing. I'm a poor rich man. I'm a poor rich man. Oh, you see, it really happened to me. I'm a millionaire. I know that I'm poor, but I got a lot more than many that I know. I've got a home in the sky and money in mine. I'm a poor rich man. We usually judge a man by the clothes he wears or the car he's riding in. And you can usually tell if he's doing very well by the house he's living in. But I am here to say it's no worse that way with everybody I know. Because I just got acquainted with some poor rich folks a little while ago. And I'm a poor rich man. I'm a poor rich man. Oh, you see, it really happened to me. I'm a millionaire. I know that I'm poor, but I got a lot more than a man that I know. I've got a home in the sky and money in mine. I'm a poor rich with this world is good. He's got a lot of friends. They all want to try to live so high, even though they know that it's up to. But if I could, I don't believe I would want the riches of this whole world. Oh, when it's time for me to go, I'll be glad to know that I'm poor, poor rich man. Oh, I'm a poor rich man. I'm a poor rich man. Oh, you see, it really happened to me. I'm a millionaire. I'm poor, but I'm poor. And I've got a home in the sky and money in mine. I'm a poor rich man. Oh, I'm a poor rich man. I'm a poor rich man. Oh, you see, it really happened to me. I'm a millionaire. I know that I'm poor, but I'm poor. And I've got a home in the sky and money in mine. I'm a poor rich man. I'm a poor rich man. I think I'm a poor rich man. I'm a poor rich man.
Oh, yes. Rabbit.
Wow, that was fast.
You and Lloyd and Johnny tore it up, man.
Johnny Minnick, dear Lord.
Yeah.
Just it's like, how do your fingers move that fast?
And again, what a band.
Oh, Lloyd Green played steel. It's like, still can't find those licks.
Yeah. Hey, and you were telling me something. Here's a little trivia thing, and I had no idea about this. Now, I'm going to show you something here. You see there, it was at the Civic Center Coliseum. That was in Huntsville, Alabama.
Right.
You would think it was on January 15th because that's what the album says, but it wasn't.
No. And Ricky Goodman probably killed me, but that was the album jacket was already made.
Okay.
And they did the show was actually in February.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So
The cat's out of the bag. It wasn't January. It was February. Okay.
but doesn't really matter. But that's a long time ago.
And by the way, this is going to be tomorrow night at 7 Central and 8 Eastern. We're going to do our very first Friday Night Live on Real Southern Gospel Radio. And you're going to hear some of this concert from Huntsville. And you're going to hear some of Chattanooga Live,
Oh,
the
wow.
Kingsmen.
Yeah. I'm actually partial to the one in Tuscaloosa because they come on with Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. There's a mansion. Then they go into their song.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you know this or not, but he's an Alabama fan.
Yes, sir.
Thus the Roll Tide on everything.
But I have to give kudos to my sister-in-law, Sherry, because she's a Georgia alumni, and they did beat us this year. So,
Yes.
anyways, Roll Tide anyways.
But how many more do they have to win to catch up with you?
About 16. So
There you go. That's that with that.
that's it. Okay.
Okay, let's see here. All right, now you're not on this record doing anything except this is a best of kind of album, Goodman Great. But you are on the back picture because you were part of their band then.
Right.
So okay, so this is after the Happy Goodman family. So so Howard and Vestal are kind of semi-retired.
Right.
They're singing and preaching and on their own and evangelizing, and they're on a PTL a lot and doing all that.
Right.
And so Rusty and Sam keep it going.
All right.
So how and you still had some of the same band because I'm sitting there
Right.
looking at Eddie Crook and then you. So how was it different? How was this version different than the Howard and Vestal traveling with
traveling?
them? Yeah,
Same as far as traveling.
same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Music. I mean, of course, Vestal and Howard, with a strong vocal, they had the strong, heavy vocal,
Yeah.
And then Tanya did a great job,
Oh,
singing.
yeah.
She's
Great
was
singer.
awesome. And of course, they brought in Michael English, and
Yeah.
you don't even say nothing about him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
tremendous.
But different tones,
Different
man.
tone, different feel, but same atmosphere, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And same songs.
Yeah. And it's Happy Goodman family.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And it was great.
How long were you with them? I mean, from the Howard Vestal years through that.
About 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah. I got married in 1979 and come back in 80. I think it was 80 or 81 when we joined back with Sam and Rusty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give me a story or two of your years with the Goodmans.
Oh, God.
Talk about Dinah Shore.
Yeah. Well, that was a cool thing. I showed you a picture on my phone. Jeff Chambers played guitar, and I've been in touch with him on Facebook, and he sent me a picture, and I said, because I've been wanting pictures. I tried to get a hold of the Dinah Shore people if they'd replay the show, but I've never been able to get where it's replayed or anything. But he sent me a picture of me and him. Somebody had a snapshot of him. He's playing guitar, and I'm playing steel and banjo.
Yeah.
And it's a cool thing. But that show was really cool. I remember the first time the little lights around the riser that I was on, they had little lights around it, and I hit one with my leg and broke it. I remember I was like, oh gosh, I broke it. Of course, the tech guy just come fix it back.
Yeah.
And right before we did, it's either What a Beautiful Day or I Believe He's Coming Back intro, Rusty turns around, looks at me and says, Rabbit, just remember how many millions of people are watching you. And I'm going, okay.
Doing, doing.
I barely got through it. But
So that was that in Los Angeles? No.
we did
That
a
was
couple.
in Florida?
No, we did one in Los Angeles, and then we did one in Florida.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if they did another one after I left or not. I don't remember.
Okay.
But cool story about, the one at Tennessee Ernie Ford show.
Oh, yeah.
I was in the pit playing
Yeah.
on a journey, and of course I didn't set my steel up, and I knew what songs we were playing, so I didn't need as many pedals as I would. I knew I could play another steel. I got to play Hal Rugg's steel that night. It was in the pit. That was so cool.
Tell folks who Hal Ruggs
Oh, he's
is.
a great steel player. He played on pretty much all the Loretta Lynn stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of the older stuff, and was a great player. And still, he plays licks I can't figure out.
Yeah. Yeah.
All them old guys. I just love those old players.
That was a PBS special.
Right.
That was such a great thing, man. I could take you right to the spot of my living room where I was sitting Indian style watching that.
Yeah, that was fun. Ricky, I think Eddie was playing, and Ricky and Strzelecki was doing the bass, and Jeff Chambers guitar, and I played steel.
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
That was sweet times.
Good stuff.
Oh
Boy.
yeah.
And they have pieces of that on video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I thought I saw one of them not too long
They
ago.
play Journey every once in a while. You can pick it up on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Well, give me one more Goodman story, and then we'll play another song.
let me think. One I can do. Well, Ricky was always a practical joker. Of
Yeah.
course, if you noticed on the back of the record, I had the curly hair. Mine's not natural curly.
Let's look at that again because
Yeah.
it is kind of fun.
it was
Okay, so
curly.
let me find you here. Let me get my
Yeah.
finger going here.
There
right,
you go.
Right there's
Yeah.
Rabbit, right
Yeah.
there. Check out
Mine-
that hair.
Mine was $40 every 3 months to get it curled like that, but Rusty's was natural. But Ricky was always looking to play a joke, so he had some duct tape one time up in front of the bus. Just comes and just wads it right in my hair. I mean, I had to cut all kind of stuff out of it, but love Ricky.
Yeah.
And one time he'd love to play jokes in the bunk area. He'd throw shoes through your curtain when you're trying to sleep. One night we had his water pistols. He was squirting everybody. I said, Ricky, leave me alone. Don't squirt me. I'm ready to go to sleep. I kept telling him. So after he went off to the truck stop and got something, we had these big orange coolers with water.
Yeah.
And somehow or another it wound up in his bed while he was going to the truck
Was that
stop.
right? We have no idea how that happened.
I have no idea.
All right. That's okay. So, and then before that, you said it was the Lefevres, right?
Uh-huh.
Any Lefevre stories?
Oh, gosh.
Was that your
Well,
first traveling?
That was my first. It was like I was like Ernest T. Bass goes to Atlanta. I mean, I came from Mayberry, Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Rex, my cousin had played steel for Rex, Russell Jr.
Mhm.
And then when he came back to the Easter Brothers, I went and filled in. I called Rex. Do I need to come audition? He said, well, your last name's Easter, so come on. And I never got the audition or anything. I just went and started playing.
Yeah.
And a funny story there, back before GPS and phones and anything, you know, I barely knew how to read a book, much less a map. Kelly had to come find me. I couldn't find Rex's house.
Oh,
So she had to
okay.
come find me so I could meet the bus and everything. But
Yeah.
there was some cool. I was there about 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
And what's weird, we played PTL. And then the Goodmans were there a day early for some reason, which I know what the reason was, but then the Goodmans hired me from that. And Rex, I asked him about doing a notice. He said, well, we're not really going to replace the steel. And I know you wanted this job, because he knew the Goodmans were my favorite, and he did that.
So he was okay.
I will say without Rex Nealon, I wouldn't have nothing that I have today. My family.
What about it?
I mean, Rex got me started and he helped a lot of folks.
Oh, yeah.
And my grandbabies, I mean, I wouldn't have nothing without Rex.
Yeah.
Taking a chance on an old skinny boy from North Carolina.
And not even have to audition him.
No.
Just come on the bus. Let's go.
And I'm listening back some of that old stuff. I'm going, and he hired me.
Yeah. Come on now.
But,
Well, we got a bunch of folks watching here with us. Rabbit, let's see who's on here with us. Let me get this going here. Hey to my Aunt Sue. How you doing, Aunt Sue? Terry Willits, good to see you. Patty Graham from Ohio. Daryl Sheely from Florida. Vic Graves. I watched the video of the funeral. It was a church service, and I got blessed. Yeah, Vic. If you didn't get to see that church service, homegoing service for Miss Angel Borden yesterday, go look it up on the Wahoo Baptist Facebook page, okay? Hello, Heather. Hello, Kevin. Good evening, Vinyl Vicar. I love that, Kevin. I love that, man. And, or he says, or a new moniker, COVID Cowboy. No, I don't want the COVID Cowboy thing. Enough of the COVID Cowboy. We're going to stick with the Vinyl Vicar. Andrew, good to see you. Jackie, good to see you. Scotty, good evening. The Perrys were about 4 miles from me, but had some sickness in the family. Well, I'm sorry you had sickness, but I'm glad it let you stay home so you could watch us. You're going to enjoy Rabbit and his stories and some of this music. Dave Raby, busy man. I am. Chris Dowell. Yeah, good to see Rabbit. The best. Terry Carter. Hey, Les and Rabbit. You know Terry?
Oh, I know Terry real good.
Yeah.
Yes.
The man can sing baritone, can't he?
Yes, sir.
He's got a tone big as a barn, I'm telling you.
Yep.
Now, here's somebody new. Murad Tufail. Okay. You don't sound like you're from these parts there, brother, but I hope you're enjoying the show tonight. Greta Harrison. David is certainly a talented individual. Missed the band days, says Terry.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had some good old Granite City studio days, Terry remembers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott Edwards, good evening there, Scott. Christopher Dotson, yes. Jeff Moran, absolutely. Okay, so see, these people are saying, yes, will pay extra for the tickets. We got to figure this out,
We
Rabbit.
need to.
I'm going to figure it out if it's the last thing I do. Patty Graham, yes, and did I say yes? Yes, they want the tickets now. Start printing some up, Rabbit. We'll figure the rest of it out later.
Exactly.
Scotty, hey, Rick Goodman's on here.
Look at there.
Look at there now. Rick, good to see you, buddy. Hey, I tell you what, Rick, here in a minute, maybe you call my phone and you can tell a story on Rabbit.
Uh-oh.
So be thinking of a story you can tell on Rabbit. You can call me. Hello, Elizabeth Lawson, Michael Lewis. Yes, Elizabeth, we have been praying for you. Terry just mentioned that. And I want to jump on here and say that you're on my daily prayer list, and we are praying for you. Randy, I think Bud Chambers wrote Poor Rich Man.
Right.
He was in Okie. Yep. Wayne Maynard.
Oh,
Now, he's one of your driving buddies, isn't
it
he?
sure is. Child.
Give us a story on Wayne. You got a funny story on Wayne?
Gosh.
You have a driving story on
Well,
Wayne?
he hadn't been driving that long. Let me think. When I can tell. No. No, Wayne is great. I don't know. Let's see. I can't think of any stories yet. He's only started back, at Hemp Hill was 2 or 3 months ago, and he's only done like one tour with me and my nephew.
Okay.
So-
All right. He just went with Mark
He took
Trammell for
Took about 12
10
days.
days
Mark
or
Trammell.
12.
Yeah.
Texas and Florida and whatnot.
Yeah. He's a good old quartet man.
Child.
That's it.
Man, he tore that song up.
And old Beaver
And
played some steel. Yes, sir. Right in the middle of it.
That's another one we missed right there.
Yes, sir. Sure do.
Beaver.
Yes,
What a
sir.
great musician. Banjo,
Yeah.
steel,
Mhm.
harmonica.
Yeah, he can wear a harmonica out, some dobro,
Dobro.
play it all.
Yeah. We
Miss Beaver.
We miss all
Alabama
those band
boy.
days. Yeah, it must be and all you
Lord.
Alabama boys. I need to go to Alabama for a while. If I can learn how to play steel, I'd move down there for a
I
while.
got a video to teach you how.
Yes, I know I got it. It didn't, by the way. I want my money back.
All right.
Yeah. It wasn't your video that was a
No.
problem. It was Les that was the problem.
No, it's
All right. Let's see who else we got here. We got Terry Carter. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Rick's trying to call here. All right, hold on, Rick. I got to get my phone lined up. Rick, don't do anything yet. I got to do something here. Hold on. Hold on, Rick. Hold on. I got to get this lined up here. Rick Goodman is going to tell us a story on Rabbit,
wow.
but I have to get all of this stuff set up. I got to get Bluetooth going. I got to get it talking to this right here. And then when it talks to this, I think I can bring him up. All right. Are you there, Rick?
I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Rabbit.
He said, hey, Rabbit,
Hey, Rick.
give us a story,
Yeah.
Rick.
Well, Ask Rabbit, was he with us when we were out in Texas and we set up the band and everybody and we set up at the wrong auditorium and then went to get something
to
to
relay
eat
it,
and
'cause
came back and nobody was there and we're like, where's the crowd?
Were you there at
And
that?
What's that?
nobody in
I
a
don't-
parking.
Okay. He's saying about Texas. Were you there whenever they went to the wrong auditorium and set up and nobody showed up?
Oh yeah, I remember the promoter for that. Used to drive a Pinto. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And we had to tear it down as quick as we could and go over to the right auditorium and set up.
So how close were you to the right auditorium?
We were about 30 minutes away
Wow.
and just set up at the wrong building. Somebody give us the wrong address, and it was a high school auditorium, and the building was open, so we did sound. And man, everybody set up. We thought, oh, let's go get something to eat. And we came back, and we're like, there's no cars in the parking lot. So then we found out we're set up at the wrong place.
So when you went to the new building, were there people there?
Oh yeah, there was people there lined up and inside wondering where we were.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
Wondered where Happy Goodmans were. And Rabbit was talking about practical jokes. But he was with us. Rabbit, were you there when we used to pull the practical jokes on Johnny Cook?
Practical jokes on Johnny Cook. You remember any of
Oh
those?
gosh. All of them. Ricky loved to
All
play
of 'em.
jokes on Johnny Cook.
Give us one, Ricky.
Oh,
Give us one.
we were in Mobile, Alabama, and we were downtown eating, and we were in the auditorium that night, that big round auditorium, and we were downtown just eating. I can't think of that name, Wetzel's or something, Oyster House, and there was a pawn shop next door. Walking back to the building, and I went in and bought a pair of handcuffs. And so that night after the concert, we're going down the road, and I said, "Hey, Johnny, come here." And everybody's up in the front of the bus, and I slapped one side of Johnny's hand, and I opened the closet door, his closet door in the very back of the bus, and handcuffed the click around the closet rod in the back.
Oh no!
And then I threw a pack of chewing gum out the window, and he thought it was the key.
The handcuffs. Oh,
yep. And Johnny thought it was the key. I said, "There goes the key." And we went back up front. We could hear him hollering, "Howard, Howard!" He hollered a high C. And
I bet he did. He hollered a high C, Rick said.
Oh yeah.
And so we went back up front, and I went to the back. Dad said, "What are you doing?" So I went, "Let me go check on him." And he's just hollering and screaming top of his lungs. And I went back there, undid the handcuff from the closet bar, and clapped it around his other wrist. So he's handcuffed by both wrists now. And he come back up front of the bus. "Look here, what your son done to me. Look what they're doing to me." Oh my goodness.
Rick,
my goodness.
you were a mean boy back then. That's just plain mean.
That's just plain mean. We were 16, 15 and 16 years old, and we had a man pulling jokes on Johnny Cook. I tell you a good one. He roomed in the hotel with Duke Dumas. Rabbit, you remember this story?
Duke Dumas. He's getting ready to tell the Duke Dumas story.
Okay, I don't remember that one.
Okay, he doesn't remember. We'll clue him in.
Okay, we're at the Holiday Inn in Knoxville, Tennessee. The concert's the next night, and we checked in. And when we checked in, there was a Tennessee football game that had happened, and out in the hallway, there was your ice machines in the hallway, and somebody had left not a full bottle of Jack Daniels, but I mean, it had maybe an inch of it, and that bottle was standing up in the ice chest in the hallway. So every morning, Johnny had a routine. He would go out. He would go into the bathroom, and Duke would have to wait on him for an hour and a half. Johnny getting dressed just took forever in the morning, and so we're trying to we're going to leave. So that night when we got back to the hotel, we found that bottle somebody had left in the ice chest, and I went into Johnny's. Johnny's bathroom, into his shaving kit, and emptied out his Listerine bottle.
Oh my word!
And poured in 1 inch. That's all it was. All we had, 1 inch of Jack Daniels in that Listerine bottle. Shook it up, put the lid on it, and never said a word. But the next morning, Les and Rabbit, the next morning, we're all waiting to hear, because Johnny's in the bathroom. He's taking his usual hour and a half to get ready. Everybody's waiting on Johnny. And then all of a sudden you could hear him. He would always put that Listerine in his mouth and gurgle and goggle like you do with Listerine, but he would do it for 10 minutes. Well, he put that Listerine in, only it wasn't Listerine. It was straight Jack Daniels whiskey. I've never had a drink of whiskey, so I can't tell you what that would be, but I can tell you this. All we did was hear him spit and gag and holler and like he's dying.
Oh Lord!
And he come out just to holler. Well, oh, my voice, y'all, my voice. What was going on? What is that? Oh, he didn't know what was it. But man, the practical jokes we played on Johnny Cook were just too great.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah.
great stuff. Double pinning his sheets to the top of the curtain in his bunk, and using like 25, 30 safety pins. And oh my goodness, he was just tormented a lot.
You know
And,
what though? If you're running up and down the roads, hundreds of 100,000 miles a year like you all did and all that, you had to have some fun or you'd go nuts.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. And you could just be with Johnny. He was always the one to pick on. I mean, you just walk down the street and there's a stop sign, and you're walking down the street and to go to get something to eat. There's a big stop sign, and you just jump up. He's walking a step or two in front of you, and you just slap that stop sign with all your might. And and it sounded like a gun go off, and Johnny would hit the pavement. He would hit the concrete, screaming and hollering. Oh, my Lord. We played so many tricks on him. And, I mean, I've had to repent, apologize.
Yeah, I hear you. Well,
so I apologize for years to the Lord for that. Lord, I was 15 and 16 and 17. I shouldn't have done that, Lord.
Well, Rick, real quick, we're going to go on to the next thing here, but real quick, tell folks on Monday nights what you got going on with you.
Well, Monday night, we started Good and Happy Facebook Live with Diane and myself. It's live from the Goodman's living room. Mom and Dad and Diane and myself lived in the same house, and it's right. I set up a light. We do it from my phone, and we sit there. It's right in front of the piano where Dad picked out all the Red Book hymnal songs that the Goodmans recorded, and everything's there. And Diane and I just talk to people. We've prayed with people. We've had some great miracles happen, and keeping Goodman Family Ministries going. And they call our 800 number. You want me? Can I give that
Sure.
now, or would that?
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's 800-717-7773.
Okay.
Yeah, and anybody that wants to call and get a hold of the Goodman, it's either that or Goodman Family Ministries at gmail.com. And I tell you, miracles are happening less. I mean, there was a man on his way to the hospital to have open heart surgery, and he come on and told me, he said, Rick, you called me, and I'd left my number for you, and I called him, and the EMT let him answer his phone, and he got to the hospital, and the heart surgeon came in and said, well, I did the heart cath on you, and the 3 stents we put in 3 years ago are just as like they're brand new. You don't need open heart surgery, my friend.
Good. Sure.
And that's just the kind of things that are going on. People, a doctor from Germany, another person from Norway, somebody from Mexico, Bangor, Maine, California. I mean, Texas, everywhere. People are calling in. And Diane and I just felt like doing that. We've been doing it 2 months now.
And I've got to catch about every other one, so keep it going, and we'll send our folks that direction. And during the month of February, we're doing Tuesday nights, so tell your folks to hit us on Tuesday nights.
On Tuesday nights,
Yep.
I'll do it.
All right, Rick.
I'll definitely do it. I love you guys. Rabbit, I don't know if you can hear me, man. I love you much, buddy.
He says he loves you.
Love Rick too.
Right back at you, brother. Thank you, Rick.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Rick Goodman. Now we gave some stories on Rick, and then he turned around and gave some stories on Rabbit and on Johnny Cook. Lord, you all tore Johnny Cook slap
Yeah,
off.
that was pretty wild. I tell you the funniest story. I think it was the Sam and Rusty era, but Jim Hamill didn't find this out till at Hoofer's down in LaGrange, Georgia. I met Jim.
Yep.
But we did a practical joke on them. So all you gospel groups out there, don't never leave your bus door unlocked. We played, I think it's called Herb's Fish Camp down in Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to say who the culprits were that done it, but the Kingsmen got a bus full of crickets while they were on stage. And Hamill, I finally told him it was the Goodmans that did that. I mean,
The Oaks did that on the Spears.
yeah, we did it at we put it by a truck stop when we were getting fuel, and you could hear him just a chirping in there.
Yeah.
Old Ray Dean was going, ribbit, ribbit. Ray Dean's my buddy. I love Ray Dean.
The Oak Ridge boys did the exact same thing to the Spear
You gotta
family.
have fun.
You got to have fun. You go 100,000 miles in a year, you better have some fun.
And on the other end of that spectrum, man, I've never been in so many special prayer meetings
Yeah.
and on that Goodman bus rolling down the road.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been woke up, 2 or 3 times. I said, what's going on up front? You go up there and they're having church,
Yeah. There you go.
and that's such special memories for me.
Yeah, man.
Because one special one with Vestal, I used to have migraine headaches when I was a little kid, and when the bus had the hallway on the side,
Yeah.
so you could tell which one was coming to the bathroom in the back, whether it was Howard or Vestal by their slide.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Vestal came back, and I said, Vestal, you got anything for a headache? Because I had a migraine. She said, I sure do, darling. She prayed for my headaches, and they went away and never been back.
What about it?
And I mean, a woman of God, buddy. I mean, she was so
Good stuff.
special. Yes, she
Yeah.
was.
I've heard because I've done interviews for 44 years,
Uh-huh.
and I've interviewed a bunch. And anytime Vestal comes up, prayer always comes up,
Exactly.
and God doing something miraculous always
Mhm.
comes up
Mhm.
every time. And it's
Exactly.
just another one.
It is. And she's just a willing vessel. And that's,
Yeah.
we could all be that way.
That's right. Amen. Old Rabbit's starting to preach now here on Live with Les. I tell you what. So we've been talking about Johnny Cook, and you are playing again banjo
Uh-huh.
on this album right here, Refreshing,
Right.
which didn't this win a Dove Award?
It was
A Grammy?
nominated for a Grammy. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay.
I think it did win.
Huge record, and this is the album that's got the greatest song in the history of all mankind on it. I believe he's coming back, like he said. It's the greatest song
Well,
in the history of all mankind.
I think that one of the last song is the greatest one, but go ahead.
Which was. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me. Like I said, a great album.
Yeah. Hey,
And it's hard to argue what you just did right
cool
there.
story about that. My dad talked to my dad, and she said, James, I want you just to know that we didn't record Thank You, Lord, for your blessings because your son works for us. It's such a great song.
Yeah.
So,
Amen.
she did not record that because
Yeah.
I was there. I didn't pitch it to him.
Yeah.
They sang it. And of course, John Huey, man,
Yeah.
killer.
Okay, so I'm going to play because we were talking about Johnny. Now, is this Johnny or Vestal's version of that? Sounds like Home to Me. That's on this one. Is it Johnny or
I think
Vestal?
it's Johnny.
I think it is. Let's play that because we've been talking about Johnny.
Right.
We'll let him sing, and then it goes into the next song that has you on the banjo.
Okay.
So here we go. So we're going to do the Happy Goodmans. Here we are. Sounds like home to me. Man, this song will bless you folks. Happy Goodmans, Rabbit Easter, Live with Les, Facebook and YouTube. Be blessed. Listen to this.
Somewhere just across the Jordan River is a place of everlasting joy and peace, where the tree of life is blooming there forever, and a crown of life is waiting there for me. And that sounds like home to me, like where I want to be. There'll be no tears to fill our eyes again. The hills will echo with the story as we sing His grace and glory, where the saints of God will be. That sounds like home to me. They say there's mansions there inside that city, a crystal river flowing by the tree of life. No pain or disappointment there to burn us.
Hallelujah.
And Jesus Christ
Christ himself will be the light. And that sounds like home to me, like where I want to be. There'll be no tears to fill our eyes again. The hills will echo with the story as we sing of His grace and glory, where the saints of God will be. That sounds like home to me, and that sounds like home to me, like where I want to be. There'll be no tears to fill our eyes again. The hills will echo with that story as we sing of His grace and glory, where the saints of God will be. That sounds like home to me, where the saints of God will be. That sounds like home to me.
My word. I'm going to come back and preach on that a little bit, but we're going to get some banjo music first and a Southern gospel rap song. No kidding. Listen.
God promised to lead His children out of bondage. He said He'd free them from Pharaoh's evil hand. He said He'd guide, protect them on the journey, and lead them to that promised land. God's children were slaves in Egypt land, so the Lord took Moses by the hand and said, "Tell old Pharaoh to set my people free." Well, Moses wanted a way to get out because in his mind he's beginning to doubt. He said, "Lord, old Pharaoh, he ain't going to listen to me." Well, the Lord said, "Son, throw down the rod." Moses didn't, and he cried to God, for he turned the snake as wicked and evil as sin. Then he cried again with an awful wail when the Lord said, "Seize him by the tail." Moses did, and it turned to a rod again. God comes to lead His children out of bondage. He said He'd free them from Pharaoh's evil hand. He said He'd guide, protect them on the journey, and lead them to that promised land. Well, the Lord said, "Moses, I've got power, and I'll be with you every hour. Don't tell old Pharaoh to set my people free." Moses did, and the Lord helped out. He sent the plague through the land about, and old Pharaoh told him to go and let him be. Well, it started out with a cloud by day and a fire by night to lead the way, when old Pharaoh suddenly decided to change his mind. He gathered together his soldier band, got all the chariots throughout the land. He said, "I'll let the Israelites go some other time." God comes to lead His children out of bondage. He said He'd free them from Pharaoh's evil hand. He said He'd guide, protect them on the journey, and lead them to that promised land. When they came to the banks of the ocean blue, they turned to Moses and said, "What do we do?" Then old Moses fell on his knees there in the sand. Well, the Lord said, "Son, just trust in God. All you got to do is raise that rod over these mighty waters. Stretch forth your hand." Moses obeyed the Lord's command, and the waters parted there in the sand, and they saw the path that led to the other shore. Well, the ground was dry when they passed through. Old Pharaoh's army thought they would do, but the waters fell, and you know they ain't never been seen no more. He said He'd free them from Pharaoh's evil hand. He said He'd guide, protect them on the journey, and lead them to that promised land.
Did you hear that banjo up in there? You know who played that banjo right there? That man right there. Oh, Rabbit. Let me see. I got to get him where they see you. There you are. Hey, right there. Oh, Rabbit Easter. All right. Now, how about that sounds like home to me?
Wow.
Like where I want to be. Somebody, if anybody would rather be here than there, you need to be saved. Because what is there here? Come on. You know, we're thankful to be here. We thank God that He gives us the opportunity to be here and to bless people and to try to bring people to Christ. So whenever it's their time to go, that they can go there. That's why we're here. But hey, come on, man. Everything they sang in that song, that sounds like home. Not this place. This place is not our home. We are pilgrims passing through, just like the old hymn says. It's what we are. But we're headed to a place that we really will call home one day. And that it's a place where we won't be talking about COVID anymore. The word cancer will never come out of our mouth again. No more sickness, no more sorrow, no more doctors calling, no more x-rays, none of that. It's all gone away in our new home in heaven. And I'm just glad to say that I'm headed there. I don't deserve to go there, but all I did was accept God's free gift that he gave to me. And what a gift it was. He paid the price. He paid the biggest price you can pay. He laid his life down for you and for me so we could go home to that home that they were talking about. Doesn't that sound like home to you? It does to me. Man, I love that song.
Man.
That is so good.
What a great writer.
We got a folk, Aaron Wilburn.
Yeah.
Aaron Wilburn wrote that, and yes, what a great writer. We still got folks here with us. Let's see who we've got. Randy Mobley, I think, okay, we talked about that. Donnie and Shasta Marr, they're from Alabama. Do you know Donnie?
I know Donnie.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. Rabbit has never changed. Terry Carter said that.
Well, thank you.
You know what, though? I think he's changed a little bit. When he walked in today, I said, oh, my word, you're looking so much like your dad. Does he not look? Looky there again. Look at him. I am seeing James Easter and Rabbit so much.
Well, thank you.
Wayne says, hey, Terry Carter, they're talking to each other. Gary Hawley, well, glory. That is great words right here in that song. Greta Harrison, good to see you. Loretta Hall says, hello, Rabbit, watching from Waco, Kentucky.
Loretta was from way back, 1976. Lefebvre's I met her.
Okay. All right. Wow. Loretta, that's cool.
The name of that record I couldn't remember.
Oh, the record was Till He Comes.
That's right.
Hey, I think I've got that back there somewhere. I'm going to try to find that. And so you're on the picture. I'll try to find that. If I don't have it here, I've got it in my music shed, which I'm not going to go out there because it's cold. Denise Easter is on. What about it?
Mama D.
Looking and sounding great. And then she said, roll tide.
She's an Alabama girl.
Hello, Sean Porter. Go Vols, he says.
Maybe about another year or two.
Greta, I heard Jeff gouging him today on a live. Oh, your brother must have been talking about you on some kind of a live thing.
Georgia thing, yeah.
Chris Dowell loved the history of Rabbit. God surely blessed him with a gift of music. He sure did.
He did.
Ernie Peters, Hal Rugg played on a Joy Ayers project many years ago.
Wow.
Hal has played on a bunch of records, man.
Unbelievable.
Let's see. We already said hey to Rick Goodman. Jimmy Whaley says from Rose Hill, North Carolina, East Coast Gospel Promotions. Good to see you, Jimmy. Scotty is from Climax, Georgia. And Jimmy says, loved the Easter Brothers. Grew up listening to them. Everybody loved the Easter Brothers. Man, I know you know this, but I just like saying it because I can't believe I'm saying it. On their last album, Easter Brother album,
Right.
I played piano on 2 songs.
Wow. I listened to that the other day after my daddy passed. I played that all the way home.
I love that record.
That's a great record. Jared said, hey, my little cousin.
Hey, Jared.
And he produced that record.
Yes, he let me play on
It's
it.
probably
Thank you, Jared.
the best record they've ever done.
I thought it was great.
Jared's tremendous.
Yes, he is.
Great musician.
Yes.
And probably the best musician I believe ever come out of our family.
He's great.
And he can just do it all. But he produced Dad and his vocals, and the music is just perfect.
Yeah.
There's not a song on there that won't bless you.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Yep. I like the one, a little bitty branch on a mighty tree.
Yeah, Dad, I mean, pardon my language, but Daddy sung his butt off on
Yeah.
that.
Yes, he did.
did.
He did, man.
He did. He sung.
That may be the best vocal performance I ever heard your dad do.
Me too. And I'm sure Jared pulled it out of him.
Jared, you did good, man.
Yeah, he did.
You did good. And Jared is a fine musician.
He is.
Nathan Morris, good to see you there, brother Nathan. Ricky Bagwell says that was a Grammy for refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have the stickers on my banjo hide that said Grammy winner. I thought it, but I wasn't for sure.
I got you. Megan Edgeworth says, hey, Les and Rabbit, and Daryl and Scotty, and Ronnie Grant says, hey, Rabbit, good to see you. Do you know Ronnie Grant?
Yes. His boys play drums in my band.
Okay.
Justin.
My Aunt Sue saying, loving this. Michael Clifton, Voice of an Angel. Sister Vestal was my absolute favorite. Yeah,
Great.
we loved this Vestal. And let's see, enjoy listening while cooking. What a day that will be. Michael Payton. Yes, sir. And Kevin Rich says, don't forget the co-writer with Aaron Wilburn. Sounds like home to me, Eddie Crook.
Eddie Crook.
That's right.
That's right.
You're right. You're right, Kevin. Thank you for keeping us in line right there. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about. Let's talk about this. What a mustache going on right there, my brother. You still got that going on, but it's a different color now.
Color.
Yeah, and then you've got the rest of it down here. You shaved it there,
Yeah.
and
That's a while back.
that's going back to 19. When was it?
90s, I would say.
I think 1990 exactly. 1990. Okay,
Yeah.
let's play a game here. All right. So on the back of the card, it gives your birth date, May 4th, 1957, Mount Airy. Then you lived in Woodland, Alabama. I guess you still do.
Right.
Okay. Do you remember what your favorite scripture was that many years ago?
Oh gosh.
My favorite scriptures kind of changed, so you may not know.
I don't remember.
Okay, Revelation 20 verses 1 through 5.
About the devil going in the pit. Yep.
Okay.
That's still one of my favorites.
Okay. Gospel song, your favorite gospel song.
Back then, I don't remember. I'll have to look at the card. That's a long time.
Well, I'm going to give you a hint. You traveled with this group and the writer.
What a beautiful day, I guess.
No,
it wasn't.
no.
Thank you, Lord.
Wrong writer.
Oh,
Right group, wrong writer. Rusty wrote it.
Rusty. Oh, who am I?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Your favorite singer and musician back then?
Probably Ricky Skaggs
No.
or my dad.
How about now? Okay, now think of the favorite musician. Now, really think.
Musician.
Come on now.
Was it-
Steel guitar.
oh, Lloyd or John one. Lloyd Green.
Lloyd Green. And you said Michael English. So
Michael English. Yeah.
what a
Great
singer.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Rusty, the little trivia question you was going to send out.
Do it. Give it to him. Give it to him.
My trivia question is, does anybody know Rusty's real name? Now, the Goodman people don't answer this. If you're a Goodman band member or a Goodman family member,
Okay.
let the people answer.
All right.
Rusty's real name.
And the winner's going to win a Chrysler Cordova. I'm kidding about all of that. Let's see if they know his real name. Okay, let me keep going here while they answer that.
Right.
Scotty says, Ricky says Charles. That's part of the
That's
answer.
part of it. His middle name.
Okay. So keep going there. All right. So how about now I know this has got to be easy. You don't have to think about this. Your favorite TV program.
Star Trek.
Da, 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 da. Yeah.
And Eddie Crook's little pun name from me, I call him Spock.
Okay.
Because he's so logical, Eddie. It's just right,
He's that.
logical. He's
Spock.
just logical.
You're right.
And I nicknamed him Spock, and we used to get a big kick out of it. So, I love Eddie. He taught me so much we played so much together. We could play licks on the piano and the steel at the same time and not even know we're going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was so cool.
Your favorite food.
Well, Japanese now. Yep.
Okay. And your person you most admire.
Well, my dad. Well, Jesus.
And then after you got married, who might it have been?
My wife.
I'm trying to help you out, Rabbit.
She's gonna kill me.
I'm trying to help a brother out here.
42 years, yeah.
Okay, so here it gives you a rundown of Lefevre's, Goodman's, Bagwell, Nealon's, Jeff, and Sherry.
Yeah.
And okay, there you are. So there you are. So here's some. Look at there. One more time. One good look. Now look. His face is right up next to it. Now look at the before and after of that right there.
That's what bus driving will do to you.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let me see. Do we have the rest of it here? Nobody knows his middle name.
No.
I didn't. I'm the biggest Goodman fan in the world.
If Ricky's still listening,
I didn't know.
let him give it.
Ricky, if you're still listening, what's Rusty's middle name? I've got this all fuzzed up now. I got to get it unfuzzed. Let me see if I can do this and unfuzz it. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Okay, there, it's better. Okay, so now let's go to some Jeff and Sherry music. I'm going back to the original stuff. The first album was A New Tradition.
Right.
Okay, so that's this right here. Now, you're playing, what songs are you playing on and what instruments are you playing on? You want to take a look?
I only play steel guitar
Okay.
on these. Jerry Douglas played dobro, so when he played, I got in the other room. No,
I hear that.
No, Jerry was great guy. good friend.
Give me a song that you for sure played steel on, and I'll play it on this.
Well, Hearts Will Never Break Again.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love that. Your daddy wrote that one. Your daddy and his uncles and your
Sure
uncles.
did. They sure did.
All right. Let me see if I can get this one over here close to the groove. Here it is. Let's listen to the steel guitar here.
I remember standing at my daddy's bedside, and the tears filled up the wrinkles on his face as I held his withered hand. He smiled and whispered, "Son, I'm going to live in a better place, and I'll have eyes that will never fill with teardrops. I'll have legs that will never ache with pain. I'll have hands that will never age and wither, and a heart that will never break again." I have often heard and read about a city where with Jesus we shall live forevermore. There are mansions in construction for my dwelling, and the streets of gold will run by my front door.
And all the eyes of the blind will then be open as they join the victory march of the Lamb. And the deaf who's never heard the roar of thunder will rejoice to hear the Savior call his name. And I'll have eyes that will never fill with teardrops, and I'll have legs that will never ache with pain, and I'll have hands that will never age and wither, and a heart that will never break again, and a heart that will never break again.
What about that, boys and girls? Shoo-wee. There's absolutely nothing about that isn't just fantastic. Everything about it's great.
Wow.
The Steel Rabbit, you killed it on the steel.
Thank you.
Singing was great, and your dad and your uncles wrote a lyric, man. I'm telling you, we're talking about in the last few days, just for me, my wife lost her best friend. My best friend lost his wife. Kyla Rowland, one of the closest people I was closest to on this earth, went home to be with the Lord less than 2 weeks ago. Diane Wilkinson. We can go on and on and on and on. My good friend Rob Tripp, who we have played on so many albums together, literally thousands of songs, home to be with the Lord. One right after the other. And I'm telling you, folks, we're going to a place where we're never going to have stories like that you're going to ever hear again. Your heart's not going to be broken again for a loved one that's gone on. Heart's not going to be broken again because of a doctor call that you didn't want to get. All of that sorrow is going to be gone away. and we'll not have a heart that's going to break again. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, thank the Lord. It's because of him that we're going to that place where all of that is gone and no more. And your dad and uncle sure wrote a song right there. Amen and amen for that. Okay, Ernie Peters, who's doing the fiddle on this cut? And that was Buddy Spiker.
Spiker. Yep.
Now, Buddy did a bunch of, played on the Goodman albums too.
Right. He played on Poor Rich Man and Let Out of Bondage. He did that one too.
And of course, Buddy played on so many country and bluegrass records.
Yeah.
I mean, good
Great
night
player.
of living.
And a technique like nobody else had on the fiddle.
And he was on Hee Haw all the time.
Yep.
You saw him fiddling on Hee Haw all the time. Great fiddle player.
Yep.
Okay, so has anybody got the Rusty's middle name yet? Nope. Tony says Charles Ray Goodman. That's not
No.
it.
I was hoping Ricky would chime in and tell what it actually is.
Ricky's looks like he's gone.
Yeah.
Hey, there. Oh, Jeff Talbert's joined
There's
the party
Jeff.
here.
Hey, Jeff.
We were talking about you earlier, Jeff.
Yeah.
And we couldn't stuff we were saying though we can't say on Live with Les. No, we're kidding.
Dude.
We love
Jeff's great.
we love Jeff.
Sure do.
Charles F. Goodman of
What's
all
the
people.
F? The
I
F,
should know.
What does the F stand for?
So we're getting close.
We're getting close.
Yeah. Charlotte Crockett, love that
He
steel
done-
guitar.
Tony's already Googled that's what he did.
Yeah.
He Googled a writer on wouldn't take nothing from my journey.
He said, I'm guessing Franklin. That's not right.
No. I'll give you a hint. It's a girl's name.
Okay. There you go. All right, keep thinking about it. All right, let's see. Let's do something off of this album. Now, you played steel on this, I guess. Okay.
so.
Which one you want to? Here, you take a look and tell me what you want me to play. Don't overlook your blessings while you're walking
that's
through
a
a
good-
valley.
yeah.
You want that one? That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Okay. All right.
That's a good song written
Man, I know. I'm telling
by
you,
Eddie Knuckles.
I can sing all your dad's songs from the top to the bottom. I mean,
Wow.
I loved your daddy
Oh.
and uncle's writings.
They were awesome.
Man.
Can you imagine all the writing now?
Oh man.
They're probably not writing about songs about going to heaven now.
No, they're writing about it.
Exactly.
Let's hear it. Don't overlook your blessings. Jeff and Sherry Easter with this man right here on a steel guitar.
Don't overlook your blessings while you're walking through the valley. Just look around, you'll find the Lord somewhere. And in your grief and strife, just count the blessings in your life. And don't overlook your blessings while you're there. When the sun breaks through the dark clouds, then look around and see the beauty of His glory that He shares with you and me. So when burdens hide your blessings, just remember He still cares. The valley seems so little when you know the Lord is there. So don't overlook your blessings while you're walking through the valley. Just look around, you'll find the Lord somewhere. And in your grief and strife, just count the blessings in your life. And don't overlook your blessings while you're there. Yesterday you walked the mountaintop, where the sun was shining down, and the Spirit of the Lord was there. His blessings all around. But today you're in a valley where the dark clouds hang so low, and burdens seem to follow you no matter where you go. So don't overlook blessings while you're walking through the valley. Just look around, you'll find the Lord somewhere. And in your grief and strife, just count the blessings in your life. And don't overlook your blessings while you're there. Don't overlook your blessings. Look over all your blessings. Don't overlook your blessings while you're there.
Rabbit, that was some fine steel playing, brother. That was some fine steel playing.
It's so fine you couldn't hear it. I'm getting old, Les. I forgot. I thought I played, but Jerry Douglas did a great job on the dobro.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's
And
the-
what about
he was the
Jesse
king.
McReynolds?
He does that split finger thing with his mandolin.
cross picking or whatever he calls it.
nobody else does it.
Yeah,
Nobody but Jesse,
yeah,
and he's phenomenal.
yeah.
Yeah.
And still
Yeah.
here and still
sure is.
scratching around on it.
He is.
Well, let's see who else. Okay, so the very first person to give us the right answer was, let's see,
Rick up there under Jeff. Rick Bagwell.
who was the first one?
Ricky Bagwell.
I can't find it. Right there,
Yeah.
Francis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Rusty,
Charles.
Charles, Francis
Yeah. Rusty's a
Goodman.
nickname.
Rusty's the nickname.
Yeah.
Charles Francis Goodman.
Yep.
What about that?
Yeah.
Eddie, you should have had that on your trivia contest. That was one you could have put up there. Let's see who else we've got here. We've got Megan said, Jeff, y'all blessed us much Saturday night. Tony Edwards got it right. Jeff Moran. Hey, Les, do you happen to know if Rusty's wife, Billy, was related to Duke Dumas? And if so, how? I don't know that. Do you know that?
I don't know that either.
I don't know. Maybe we can find out and I'll bring it to you a little bit later down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Edwards said, who'da thunk it on Francis? Yeah, I didn't thunk it. That's for sure. Okay. I tell you what, let's see here. Anybody got any questions for Rabbit? Any questions for Rabbit before we call it a night? Because we're going to fire up his computer and I'm going to steal some stuff from it. Actually, he's volunteered to give it to me. I'm not stealing from it, but we're going to have a good time. Hello, Ellen from Pontotoc, Mississippi.
Oh, Greg Ritchie's hometown.
Pontotoc?
Yep.
Okay.
Greg Ritchie's from Play
Okay.
Drums for Jeff and Sherry.
Any questions for Rabbit? There is a song. I got the vinyl still going on here. After Almost Home, there's Help Me Stand, Lord, which is another, just one of my all-time favorite ever Easter songs.
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing still on that, you think?
I'm not going to say. We had to listen and see. I haven't listened to that record in a while.
Okay, we'll try to look at that. What is Steve Rabbit's middle name? Okay, don't tell him. Here's the song I was talking about. Let's see if we get some steel, and then we'll see if we can get Rabbit's middle name. Here we go.
It's so easy, Lord, to stumble in this old world we're living in. While old Satan goes to and fro, there's so many that are falling. Yes, they're falling every day. So help me stand, Lord, the way you stood long ago. Help me stand by your grace and look the whole world in the face and sing your word wherever I go. When the tempter comes around, Lord, give me strength to turn him down. Help me stand, Lord, the way you stood long ago. All through the Bible, you had disciples that were able, Lord, to stand. though their spirits sometimes seem low. There were many that were slain because they stood for your name. So help me stand, Lord, the way they stood long ago. Help me stand by your grace and look the whole world in the face and sing your word wherever I go. When the tempter comes around, Lord, give me strength to turn him down. Help me stand, Lord, the way you stood long ago.
Rabbit, once again, that's some fine steel playing right there. But
My brother's going to kill me. I thought I remember what I played on. I guess I need to go back and listen to that record. So I'm not going to say what I played on. I know they made that record more bluegrassy
yeah,
without the steel, more the dobro stuff.
yeah.
But I don't remember.
But now, when you were live, you put steel on there.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
We played it live.
Well, they had a couple questions here for you. Let me read them here. What's your middle name?
Well, my middle name is Stevie.
Okay.
First name is James, after my dad.
What about that? So you're
Stevie with an I, like Stevie Nicks.
okay,
Yeah.
or Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it with I.
Closer.
No,
We're
actually,
closer to Stevie Ray Vaughan than Nick's.
Exactly. And actually, my Uncle Simon, my dad's older brother, named me Stevie. I still haven't forgave him for it, but anyway.
Okay. But okay, so you're
James
junior
Stevie.
then.
Not a junior, no, just James Stevie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because like my nephew Josh, his name is Joshua James. You know, they try
Okay.
to stick daddy's name in a lot of
Yeah,
places,
yeah.
So
That's because he's beloved and
a legend.
what a great name to take along with you for the ride.
Exactly.
For your life.
Exactly.
Amen
No
to
greater
that.
man on this planet than my dad.
He was a great man for sure.
Yep.
And there was another question. What was? Oh, your favorite hymn.
Amazing Grace.
Okay.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for that, that wretch like me, he took me in. Like you said, a free gift. People don't understand.
Free.
It's a free gift. You don't have to pay nothing. Just accept him.
Free to us, but it cost him everything.
Exactly.
He paid it all.
free. He paid the debt we couldn't pay.
Amen.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Somebody said, hi, Jeff and Sherry. Is Jeff and Sherry on here with us?
Chef and Jerry.
Chef and Jerry. I don't think they're on here with us, but I hope they are. It'd be wonderful. All right. So you don't have a website, but they can get you on Facebook.
Right. Facebook. Steve Easter.
Steve Easter.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you've got, you have instructional videos, dobro and steel.
Dobro, steel, banjo, guitar, and bass.
Okay.
And I got advanced on dobro, banjo, and steel.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So they can, I guess, message you on Facebook.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Great.
Man, we need people learning how to play these instruments because we need, we need to have instruments back when people go and sing. We just got to figure this out, Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do it. Well, Rabbit says, do you have, or Ricky Bagwell says, Jeff and Sherry, they are here. They say, hey.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff and Sherry. Look at here, Jeff and Sherry. Look at here what we've been playing tonight. Right there. Look at that mustache there, Jeff. Look at there. Along with that pretty girl of yours.
Yeah.
And then you got Jeff, and not only his mustache, but his mullet and mustache.
Oh, yeah.
And that pretty girl there. So we've been playing some Jeff and Sherry Easter music and talking to your old buddy, your old brother, Rabbit. But somebody asked about a favorite Goodman memory. You got a favorite Goodman memory? You've given a bunch. You have a favorite.
Oh, gosh. All of them are, but let me see. One favorite. Oh, I guess, I don't know. The Dinosaur thing was.
That had to be special.
That's special. And the Happy Goodman family homecomings they used to have at their church.
Yeah.
Was special.
Okay.
Because when they did live concerts and stuff, it was more the concert situation thing. But when they were in church, they just had church.
Yeah.
It was more on the Goodman. To me, the Goodman memory side was where they had. I mean, Vestal, could let her hair down, and and she did anyways. But
Yeah.
there more than anywhere else. Those were special memories.
And I've got this picture over here that was in Howard's office
wow.
at Goodman Sound in Madisonville.
Right.
And of course, she had her beehive then.
Uh-huh.
And then eventually she let her hair down and it completely went down. And by the way, that was not her hair.
No, it was not.
That was somebody else's hair she had on top of her head right there.
That's it. Yep.
Well, all right.
There's no better memories. I mean, like I said earlier, these musicians now, they'll never get to feel what we did through the Goodmans, the Hensons, and Magruders. I mean, man,
Killer band,
guys.
Hemphill's band, It
Killer
goes
band. On. Kingsman.
Yeah. Pains.
Oh wow.
Killer band.
Yep. Sure was.
Yeah.
It was. And I just wish there was places for these young musicians and gospel music to go do that.
Yeah.
My brother Jeff and Sherry, they're still got band guys. The Isaacs, they
Thank
still
the
do
Lord.
bands. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it's awesome. Anybody that keeps a band, I'm all for it. Let's go hear them.
Yeah.
And support them.
Yes. Amen. All right. Well, let's see here. We got a few more comments. Is he on Spotify? Who he? Rabbit? Are you on Spotify?
What's Spotify? No,
I don't know.
That's like I think that's like an iTunes thing.
Oh, I thought that's something that you put, like if you get a spot on your shirt, you get some Spotify and rub on it and it goes away.
I'm not on that. I mean, I can find my music on there. I don't know.
Let's see. Heather 2 says, was Handsome back then still our Jeff? I don't know what that means. That was not real. I don't know what that means. Heather, I don't know, but I don't know, gal. I'm sorry. Tony Edwards says we're going to play steel guitar again soon.
Exactly.
Is Tony a steel player?
I went down to Tony's church in South Carolina, and we did a steel guitar jam with, I don't know, I guess we had 5 or 6 steel players on Saturday night.
Great.
Had a steel guitar jam, and then I got to play his church on that Sunday morning. And he's a great steel player.
Well, now that's a good idea.
He's actually a great Rusty Goodman singer. If you want to hear Rusty, go listen to Tony. He sounds close to Rusty.
Tony, I got to meet you one day, brother. Yeah. You're doing stuff that I like, singing like Rusty and having a steel guitar jam. I like you, Tony Edwards. I don't know who you are, but you are my new bestest friend right there. Okay. I think we're done. I hope you all have enjoyed all of this great Goodman music. Jeff and Sherry hanging out with, let me get that Rabbit. Here we go. Hanging out with my old buddy Rabbit right there. And let me tell you one more time. Let me look at some of this stuff so I can give you a few parting comments. Tomorrow night, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, for an hour. It's going to be Real Southern Gospel Radio Friday Night Live with the Happy Goodmans and the Kingsmen. Live music, live album music from the Goodmans and the Kingsmen. Tomorrow night, don't miss it. 7 Central, 8 Eastern for an hour. Coming up, we will be having the next Live with Les will be Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, the 1st of February, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And I think we may be doing a tribute show there. We had so many great friends of Southern gospel music, writers, singers that went home to be with the Lord last year. And I just want to do a tribute to them and play some of their music and talk about them. And I might even have some interviews that I've done with them over the last 44 years of interviews that I've got on various machines that I've got here. And we may take some of those interviews and play that and just have a really good program and remember some of these great friends and musicians and singer friends that went home to be with the Lord in the last year. And so that'll probably be Tuesday. And the next Tuesday, we're going to have the Kyla Rowland Tribute #2 show, where I've got, again, interviews over the decades that I've interviewed Miss Kyla, her songs as recorded by other groups and as recorded by her group, Kyla Rowland in Deliverance, and her son, Barry Rowland in Deliverance. So that'll be the next Tuesday. We've got starting the first Sunday in February, 6A to 10A. We're going to have hymn time on the Real Southern Gospel Radio Network. Don't forget, download the app. Tell them, Rabbit, it's a good app.
Good app. Listen to it while I'm driving.
See there you are. So download the app, Apple Store or the Android Store, Google Play. It streams also at realsoutherngospel.com. And would you be so kind as to tell your friends that you know love real Southern gospel music, the traditional stuff, and you hear real country gospel and real bluegrass gospel on there, the real stuff. If you know, have friends that like that, please tell them to download the app. Okay, we would appreciate that very much. So we've got that, and then go visit the store, realsoutherngospel.com. We would appreciate that greatly. And this was a surprise show tonight because we didn't know Rabbit was in town. He called me texted me a couple days ago. I said, come on over to the house. We're going to eat some spaghetti and garlic bread, get on the air and have a big time. And that's exactly what we have done. And I'm glad you got to enjoy it yourself. Okay. And hey, Jeff and Sherry, if you're still on, would you share this on your Facebook page so your friends can see their old friend, Rabbit Easter, as we've had a good time here the last hour and a half playing Happy Goodman music and Jeff and Sherry music. Okay. That's it for tonight. Live with Les. God bless you. And Lord willing, we will see you next Tuesday night. Don't forget Friday Night Live, Real Southern Gospel Radio tomorrow night. Happy Goodmans and the